What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and sometimes when you see a headline like this, there's nothing else you can do but laugh, because the very fact that there are people out here that still don't believe that there's an agenda at play, that still don't understand what's going on with current day Hollywood, the identity politics, the fact that there are activists out there who want to subvert and destroy so many of these IPs and these franchises that you love. The very fact that those people exist is laughable at this point, because if you don't have enough evidence by now, I really don't know what else you need. And obviously over the past week or so, we've been talking a lot about identity politics in movies, especially in DC properties. Well, now a new TV show that's coming shockingly to the CW, a DC property that comes from the creators of the smash hit Batwoman, which its third season is absolutely miserable ratings. We have yet another race swap. Apparently, the only female Robin that wasn't woke enough for them, that didn't have enough representation for them. So now they're race swapping Carrie Kelley. Again, the female Robin, you are race swapping because that's not woke enough. Another redhead bites the dust. Nevaeh Robinson has been cast as Carrie Kelley in Gotham Knights for the CW, source Deadline. And we're gonna get into some of this right here. Now, if you don't know who Carrie Kelley is, because some people may not even know that there's a female Robin. Carrie Kelley made her debut in The Dark Knight Returns, one of the most beloved and well-known Batman stories that's out there in comic books. That's where Carrie Kelley came into play. Carrie Kelley is a woman. Carrie Kelley is a redhead. These are not diverse enough for what they want to do at the woke CW. All of this is so obvious at this point. DC race swaps another redhead, Nevaeh Robinson cast as Carrie Kelley in the CW's Gotham Knights series. And as far as the actress herself goes, Nevaeh Robinson, I'll be honest, I don't think I've ever seen anything she's been in. I'm not familiar with her. I'm sure she's a really nice person. All she did was probably answer a casting call from the people that are writing this show. And of course, like I stated before, this got put out there several months ago. Batwoman trio lands Gotham Knights drama at the CW. James Stoddard, Natalie Abrams, and Chab Fivesh are penning the script based on characters from DC Comics. Based on is sure right, because it's clear you're not sticking to any sort of lore around these characters. Based on characters, then we're going to bastardize them. And we've seen how it played out for them in Batwoman. It debuted to 1.8 million viewers just 2 years ago. Well, that very quickly dropped off to 600,000 people watching. And now in its third season, it's lucky to crack 400,000 viewers. In fact, it did drop down below 400,000 for some episodes this season. Pathetic. Yet these people continue to fail upward because it's not about the results, it's about the message, and it's about the agenda. Just like what we have here. Despite surviving the leap from her debut in The Dark Knight Returns to both DC Comics' current continuity and a cameo in the Titans TV series with her original appearance intact, Carrie Kelley has been announced as the next redhead comic book character to receive a race swap in the proper live-action debut. There you go. This is from Dark Knight 3, right there. No longer will she look like that, I suppose. As announced by Deadline, Kelley will be portrayed in the CW's upcoming Gotham Knights series by Nevaeh Robinson, the actress perhaps best known for her role as Nia Baxter in That's So Raven sequel, Raven's Home. Fearless, idealistic, and plucky as hell, Carrie talked her way into becoming Batman's unlikely sidekick, reads a description of her character provided to the trade news outlet. If there's a burning building or a person in need, she's the first to rush in, just as long as she's home by curfew. And of course, we've got some panels out here from when Carrie Kelley was first introduced. As noted above, since her introduction, Kelley has always been depicted as a white-skinned redhead, even with her introduction into the main DCU in 2013's Batman and Robin, just as the woke trend of race swapping under the guise of representation began to pick up steam. And in fact, in BVS, in the Nightmare sequence, a lot of people have speculated, I don't know if it's ever been confirmed, that there is a redheaded woman in that, and people have said that that is supposed to be Carrie. So, you know, that we had a little sneak peek at it even there, depicted as a white woman with red hair, just as she's supposed to be. However, with Robinson's casting, Kelley now joins fellow DC characters like Hawkgirl, Cyclone, and Artemis on the list of established redheaded comic book characters who, in recent years, have been arbitrarily race-swapped in an attempt by publishers and IP owners to court the social media audience. I'm sure it'll work out just super well for them. Now, in this Deadline article, they revealed a couple other cast members for Gotham Knights as well. It sounds like this thing is just going to be an absolutely terrible fucking series, which isn't a surprise. On the CW, with what DC's been doing on the CW, from the people that created one of the most horrendous things they could possibly make in Batwoman. And you know what? When they decided, when Ruby Rose stepped aside, they got rid of Kate Kane, and they came back with Ryan Wilder, at least, if they wanted to have a black Batwoman, at least they created a new fucking character, right? At least they did that. At least you got to give them credit for doing that. That's not what's happening in this case. You are taking a character that is already diverse, that you should already be proud of, right? The only female Robin that you have, Carrie Kelley. You have this character, but that is not woke enough. It will never be woke enough. They will continue to do this over and over again. And the funny thing is, are there any people out there who are asking for Black Panther to be race swapped? Is there anyone out there that's asking for Cyborg to be race swapped? No, you're not gonna find that anywhere. That's not a thing. Yet when it comes to this, you have people literally celebrating the fact that yet another redhead has been race swapped. And if you don't believe me, I mean, I don't know what to tell you other than this. I think we can watch this little fan cam they've got going on. People are celebrating this.
What is up with recasting redhead characters with black actors? Redheads only make up 1%.
And of course, you got a lot of these screenshots of all the different redheaded characters that have been race swapped just in the last few years, right?
Of the world's population, and they keep replacing us in TV shows, movies.
We do not care.
And of course, then they go through fan cams of characters that have been race swapped just in the past few years. They're celebrating it. They want this to happen. The activists, the Twitterati, the woke lunatics. They want these characters to be changed. It's not good enough if you create an original black character. It's not good enough. No, you can't do that. You have to take an already established character because, as I've heard said so many times by Eric July, it's only the white characters that they actually see value in, and they want to subvert them and take them away for some reason, which just seems nonsensical to me. It seems insane to me. But we're continuing to see it happen time and time again. And when things like this occur, you're always gonna have the people that are out there and say, well, they were probably just the best person for the job. They went out with an agenda, just like we saw, ironically, in the Batman, because they wanted to cast a person of color for Catwoman and they wanted to cast a person of color for Jim Gordon. These casting calls went out there. They tell them exactly what they're looking for in terms of what they want the actor to look like. But no, people will still try to ignore it. They'll put their blinders on. They'll say, oh, there's no agenda. It just so happened to be this way. No one believes that at this point. And Gotham Knights was already headed for the shitter. We knew that as soon as it was announced that these people were in charge. The people that drove Batwoman into the ground, that they were in charge of Gotham Knights. But now it's basically been confirmed that identity politics and agenda are at the center of this entire series. Not a surprise for DC, not a surprise for the CW. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later.
Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my PO box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.